Circle. Welcome to Too Stupid for Web3, the show that makes sure you don't end up like me, too stupid to win. We have a full show to talk about. We got Mass Chef here in the winner's circle to talk about racing. We have the wonderful Shacklin joining us and Coach Funk in the house tonight. So we're trying some new stuff out. Let us know how you like it. Welcome, everyone.
What up? Full house tonight. I like it. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you. My whole goal is not to overtalk y'all. I'm here to watch the Masters play.
And we are in the presence of greatness. If you do not know, Coach Funk, not Mass Chef, Coach Funk holds the record for the lightning round of over 2 minutes.
Oh, that's how we started off.
Wow.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, I won't let you forget about it, my friend. No, but 31 and 31 last year was great. Thinking about trying to do something maybe this fall, do another Upland spotlight of players. But yeah, that just sits in my mind. We're like, okay, you got 60 seconds to do it, and you like almost tripled the time. Like you blew everybody out of the water. You show some greatness.
He went and bought the bus and drove it right over you, bro.
Oh man. Way to welcome me to the show, my friend. Way to welcome me, man.
It's all good.
Man.
It's just facts.
It is facts, man. But we all stumble. I was serious too. I was really thinking about it.
No, dude, wear that like a badge, bro.
I will.
Wear that like a badge. That's awesome.
Now, I've never had to put you on the clock like I did with Courier. We actually so this was way back in the day, early podcast. We weren't doing YouTube. It just came out. So the only people that saw things were the people backstage. And Courier was on one week, and he just took forever to describe stuff. So the next time we had him on, we popped up a clock in the background so he could see it, and it stopped, and he paused, and it just messed him up the rest of the show. So I've never put you on the clock. So until I put you on the clock, you're doing okay.
Oh, you should have told me that live. Now everybody know about Recurry and the clock. I'm on him. I'm gonna tell him about that clock.
I guess OGs remember Recurrier and the clock. That's an oldie goodie story.
Oh, you telling your age now. You telling your age, my friend.
Hey,
you see, Shaq didn't say nothing. She was just nodding. She didn't even
we're talking the first 10 episodes of the show. So, you have to be a real OG because we started June. So this was like August of 2020 time frame.
Wow.
Before my time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mass, we had some racing going on last week, and we got some going on this week.
Oh, my God. We had crazy racing going on last week. It's going to be even crazier this week. Let me tell you something. The French Road Racing track, we were on French Road Racing 2. It's a JR Wheels track, and JR is a racing OG. He's been around for a long time doing the racing thing with us forever. But this track presented some major problems for people, and I mean major problems, because we had a lot of notables not make the finals or even the top 24. Off the top of my head, JH2271 ranked third in the world in racing right now and missed the top 24.
Wow.
D6, his teammate, also missed the top 24. So they've got two that made points and one in the semifinals for their team. But this was a rough week, and it's going to be a really rough week on the track tomorrow. I'm pretty excited to see how it actually shakes out, because this track is just brutal. But I'm running behind today. It's been one of those things.
No worries.
I'm curious, Master. Is it because a lot of racers got better, or you just think the OGs slipped up?
No, the racers got better. 100%. And they just continue. The competition continues to get better and better. And let me tell you, so not only do the racers get better, but in qualifying this week, there was only 4.7 seconds that separated first from 18th. That's the closest margin we've had ever in the Upland Racing Series or the URL. Prior to that, it was about 7 seconds, like 0.8 seconds was the closest margin. We were down to 4.7 seconds separating the top team driver. So that just tells you the competition is just tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter every week, seemingly. So, yeah, it was crazy. But here's where we are. This is after last week's race. Crowley 27 taking the win, causing a little bit of drama to do it, but hey, it is what it is. There was a little tussle between teammates there between Crowley and Betts on the final lap. It was rough. Betts, it was actually not on the final lap of the finals. It was during the heat races because Crowley was way behind in his heat race, trying to catch up and get into the finals, ended up him and Betts got into a tussle on the track and caused a little bit of drama within the team, which is another dynamic of team racing. That's why we brought it because it really makes you think a little bit differently when you're on the track. But nonetheless, Betts still ended up in the top 10. Cruzarito ended up at number 9. They still got all 4 of their teammates in the top 10. So they got massive points for the team and broke up at a huge lead. As you can see here, they got a 41-point lead on week number 1. So that was a huge win for those guys. Yeah. As a team, it was an awesome win. They did really, really well. This is where we're at this week, though. This is American Speedway. This is in New Orleans. Nice track. We're going to see about the same sort of times as we saw last week, right around that 340 mark. Looking to see if again they can break down under that 340 time frame on this track. It is 2.4 miles, same distance as last week's track, so we should see about the same types of times. This one is considerably smoother and much easier than JR Wheels' track there, so should be a ton of fun. Qualifying on this track started today, so we will be working this track for next week's finals, which are on Thursday instead of Friday next week. We have the next 2 weeks after this week that are running on Thursday, just because of traveling constraints and whatnot. So, but this is next week's track. Qualifying started on this one today, and I do need to let me bring back up.
Hey, Coach, I muted you, so when you want to talk, unmute. We're getting a lot of background from you tonight, so I just threw the mute on you, so just make sure you unmute. Sorry there, bud. I was like, where's that coming from? I was isolating everybody, trying to figure out where it was coming
gotcha.
It's always Coach. It's always Coach.
No, I checked everybody. I didn't assume.
Right? So here's where we started off with for heats, and as we go through the heats here, you're going to see some interesting things kind of play out a little bit, because one thing I do want to highlight, once we get into heat number 2, you'll see it pretty it's very blatant when you look at it. But Cal Trading Co. With the number 1 overall qualifying time starts heat number 1 with us with Vape High Guy, Akapropi, Quay 18, KO Ninja, and Betts 25, all in heat number 1. And then heat number 2, and this is where it starts to get a little bit interesting. You'll see a whole lot of similar team names on there because City Pigeon, Crowley, and Cruzarito all ended up in heat number 2. So as you can imagine, only 2 of these guys get to go on, but they're going up against AVG teams that went ridiculous on this track because they had 7 of 8 of their teams make the semifinals.
Oh,
So
wow.
they have 8 members on 2 different teams, and 7 of them made the semifinals this week. So
Wow.
they went just ham on this track. So this is basically, we've got a couple of different AVG teams that are in this heat, but it's basically AVG against Tug in heat number 2 right here. And again, only 2 of them can move on to the finals for the week. So I think this by far is the most interesting heat that we're going to have this week.
A lot of teamwork, a lot of strategy. That's going to be super interesting.
Very. Yeah, that's going to be very, very interesting. I almost can't wait to see that. And then heat number 3, we had I Am Ram 2025, first time on the boards. And I was like, who is this guy? Where did he come from? Because he qualified in the 3rd place position during the qualifying laps. And then after Monday night's show, I got to talking to City Pigeon, who reminded me that I Am Ram 2025 used to be Ram 2024 or something.
Oh.
Who actually left Upland and then came back under a new name. However, it is the same driver who finished second behind Phalos in our very first ever Genesis Championship that we had a couple of years back. So he is no slouch, but it took me a while to figure out exactly who it was. So he actually has 2 really important second place finishes. One was finishing in second place to Phalos and Genesis week, and then he also finished second place in the Interlagos Stock Car Pro competition that was had by Upland a while back as well. So he's got 2 really, really good finishes in some very strong races. But I'm very interested. The mechanics are completely different now than what they were back when he was racing hardcore. So it's going to be interesting to see how well he adapts to it. Obviously, in qualifying, he adapted fairly well because he finished in that 3rd place position. So this is also going to be another interesting heat. We got Batista, Wander 1976, both from Neo VMAX Motorsports in this heat. Funky Beats from AVG and Foreskin from AVG, both separate AVG teams, Flow Riders there for Foreskin, and then Glizzy World running as an independent along with I Am Ram. So this also, I think, is going to be a very interesting heat because I'm interested to see where I Am Ram is going to finish in these finals, because this is going to be his first broadcasted finals since Genesis week, the very first final that we had at Genesis week a few years ago. So going to be interesting. This is a week filled with fun on this French Road Racing 2 Speedway track that we're on. Difficult track, but lots of racing, lots of fun. Should be good. Can't wait to see it. Again, this week we started qualifying today on the American Speedway. This is a Bostic track down in New Orleans. Again, Thursday will be the finals for this week. That is February 26th, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 3:30 Pacific, and that is racing for the week.
Thanks, Mass. It's going to be interesting and going to be fun. You didn't see some names there from some of the teams that they were missing this week,
and a lot of independents. I was surprised at how many independents that were in there. Now, here something that was pretty interesting. Remember last week we talked about people qualifying in cars lesser than the 1R. A lot of 1Es qualified last week. This week we had 8 of the top 18 all qualified in a stock Series 1.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it is the stock Series 1 has a nice because we increased the boost the MPS up to 260. The stock S1 you can put 2 max nitro fuel charges on there and max it out right at 260, and that seemed to be the combination that everybody was going with for this week. Going to be interesting to see if anybody sticks with it for the finals, though, because we'll see the 1Rs and the special editions come flying off the shelf, I think, come tomorrow afternoon.
Now, they don't have to race the finals with the car that they qualify.
They do not. They do not.
That makes it interesting.
May change in the future, but as of right now, they do not. But that's kind of the beauty of running with the NPS score instead of the standard vehicles, right? URL traditionally, prior to our partnership with Upland, traditionally ran the S1. Everybody had an S1E, everybody had an S1R, everybody had a stock car pro, everybody had a competition series, and running with the NPS kind of opens that up a little bit. To bring in, which is what we wanted to do, because that brings in a bigger variety of cars, a chance for other people to kind of get involved if you don't have the stable of race cars that most of the heavy duty drivers have.
Gotcha. Makes a lot of sense. Well, good luck racing. You guys on the track live Saturday night also?
So we are on the track live this week, Saturday night. Don't forget racing tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, because we alternate times between daytime and nighttime, tries to give everybody a chance to get in there and get on the finals. So tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Eastern, 10:30 Pacific. And then on the track live, 9 p.m. Saturday night. Come hang out with me and Pigeon and take some of our upicks out of here and have a good time. Yeah. Going to be fun.
Awesome. Can't wait to hear next week the results of those heats. It's going to be very, very interesting.
It's going to be really interesting. You definitely don't want to miss tomorrow's races for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Now, always enjoy the updates, and good luck to all the racers.
Absolutely.
All right. So where do we want to, let's hear quality of life. Let's talk about the quality of life updates that they made today to Upland. So what are your thoughts on those, Shaq? So they gave us the quality life of, you can finally search for your properties in the collection, which was nice. And Laban did it weeks ago, and now we finally got it after, I don't know, since collections have been out, we've been asking for it. That's
and
been
Caped Madman. Caped Madman also made the auto scroll search, which I never had the time to use, and so
I actually still like Cape Madman's the best. I think the auto scroll that's an awesome tool, because you literally set it and forget it. You put in the address that you're searching for, and it scrolls through it for you and highlights it when it finds it. It's awesome.
Oh, so you still recommend using that instead of?
I'm still going to use it. I just because I don't have to do anything except for just put in the address and walk away.
Awesome. So I'm really excited about the fact that they implemented this, because I have never optimized my collections in the 4 years that I've been playing.
Oh, wow. I figured you'd be all over that.
I figured that too.
For you with the spreadsheets, with everything you do, I really thought you would be all over the optimization and always tweaking it, making sure it was top line. That was shocking.
So let me just say this. I have maintained the spreadsheets for 4 years, and I have set the collections based on those spreadsheets. Okay. So I feel that I've done a good job. But when I run the optimizer, I see that if I tweaked a couple of things, I could make even just a little bit more. But the amount more hasn't been worth my time.
Okay.
So if that makes sense, I'm looking forward to it maybe not being such a time-consuming task and to get them optimized.
And I just want to answer Swirly's question real quick. No, Swirly, you didn't miss anything. And yes, it does just do it automatically. I do want to use, because I like to support players who have created and who have innovated, which forced Upland to catch up. Sorry, that's just the way I am.
Oh, okay. So, but thank you, Swirly, because I think he's trying to clarify the question that I had, which was, if I would be better off learning how to use Cape Madman's tool instead of using what Upland just introduced.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Swirly's saying, but it does show instantly with Upland's
Yeah.
changes. Okay. Thank you, Swirly, for making that clear to me, because I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it should. I mean, you could, if you did like if you did one of the optimizer tools, you could copy and paste the address out of the optimizer tool, paste it into the search bar of Upland, and yes, it will pop up.
Okay.
Instantly.
Okay.
What? Yeah, I'm just saying that I think that's cool and all, but I like to support the players who have put in the time and the effort to create these tools that has forced Upland to catch up to us. So
I hear that 100%.
So I want to continue to support that.
Excellent. That makes sense to me.
Until he decides that he doesn't want to deal with it anymore and makes it go away.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I find just putting them in the collections and searching them previously was just too much time for me. So I definitely understand, Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Coach.
Now I moved a property from one of my, I think it's the Nomad collection, because it fit better in something else. And I just never refilled the Nomad collection because I didn't want to go through all my properties. I'm like, I'm just going to lose out on this one.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
It's kind of one of those things that when you have to do it, it's like you got to mentally get prepared for it. Because, or previously, well, it's easier now since the update, brother. So I'm looking forward to using it.
That was the frustrating part too, is you'd scroll and you were looking for it, and then you got all the way to the bottom, and then you missed it, and then you're like, do I really want it? And I've done it where I've missed it like 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, I quit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, I can't filter by city. I can't find an address. Oh yeah, no. Excited that rolled out. And then
definitely.
Yeah. The other update was the searching on the uppies displaying their levels. So I haven't merged my uppies, so I haven't, and I don't have a large collection of them, but I know there's people out there that do have large collections of uppies. Useful, well needed in time. Your thoughts?
Too stupid. Merge them. Oh,
merge them.
I haven't looked at it yet. What I want to be able to do is search by uppy level.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see them say that it was searchable, only that it showed visually. So I still think what's needed is a search.
Okay. Or being able to filter by their level.
Filtering, yeah. Yeah, and if they've already got the search there, filtering shouldn't be that hard to add. I'm just throwing it out there.
I have a quick question. Did you guys hear my dog?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you not hear
sure.
Actually, well, not only did we hear him, but I actually saw him chasing your husband in the background.
and then Shaq linked in over speaker. I'm like, okay, yeah, we heard your Shaq.
Well, see, okay, I got my AirPods for Christmas, and I've never used them before. So they do noise cancellation for my ears, and I wasn't sure if it did that before it. Anyway, I needed to know how I interacted with this setup. So thank you.
Sounds good.
Picks up everything. It picks up everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So I do like that the uppies are new, and they were able to roll out a feature that makes it a little more usable. And I just checked the search. So if you type a number in, it doesn't pull up the levels. So if you know your uppy name, you can search it that way. But yeah, you're on mute now, whatever you did.
I'm just agreeing with y'all
here for a minute.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's hear. Big news for the also big news. So everybody, please don't miss the opportunity to secure these living structures. They are now in the store for $1 UPX a piece. Go get them. I even messaged Thank Me Later, and I knew I'd get them. I'm like, hey man, all the service structures we used to have are now in the store for $1 UPX. You better log in. But don't worry, if you do it and buy them for $1 UPX, you get a badge. And he's like, sweet. And then he's like, oh, sweet, they're expanding Arlington. So then he picked up an Arlington expansion because he lives in the area. So he's like, I wonder if I'm going to get my spot. So he said, if I get my house in the bundle package, it's meant to be, and I'm coming back.
Oh.
He didn't get it.
He back. He didn't get it. Oh.
He didn't get it.
Well, that was a super long shot. So
It could
no
happen.
big surprise.
It could have happened though. What if it happened?
Yeah. Tell the wifey happy B-Day there. Wolf.
Yes, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Is it Rashida?
Yes. Rashida. Yep.
Did I get that right? Okay.
Rashida.
Happy
Rashida.
birthday, Rashida.
Yes, you did.
Yes. Always so fun.
I got my 6.
You got your
I
6?
got my 6 structures. Oh, of course. 6 UPX. We make that in our sleep.
Yeah, I got mine already too.
Do you know if anybody got TML's home?
I do not. I didn't ask him to. And now you're gonna make me go look.
That's right. Just publish his address right here, and we'll all go look.
I don't need to dox him.
I was going to ask.
So we need
Is
everybody.
it actually in the game?
I don't know because it was a quick conversation today. So I'm checking. It was the neighborhood that it's in is in the game. So I will see who has it.
If it's on minutes,
They sitting on a gold mine right now. Swarley has it.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Somebody said it's still unminted. Swarley said it's still unminted.
And now he's got a new place. They bid on a new place. So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, it's they put a bid in and they're going through the whole thing. So fingers crossed it passes inspection and all that. So
yeah.
Good luck. He got it. He has it. It was written. It was written.
It is grayed out in the search, so I don't think it's out there yet. But he showed me the lines, and it was there in the lines.
And you just telling the whole world now, right? He's looking at you like, oh my God. It's gonna be harder.
I didn't put too much out there like that.
Yeah, missing a bit of important information there, Swirly.
Swirly, just go get the one that's grayed out.
I'm sure there's only one of them.
Yeah. But he has sent. I don't know who he sends Christmas cards to, but yeah. No. But it was so close to. I was like, man, that would be meant to be. That would be pretty awesome if you got it that way.
Yeah, right.
The fact that it's in the game is still hope to bring him back because I know he wants it.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
wouldn't you want it? Yeah, so.
And I can't find it now on the map.
Sounds like he's getting close to coming back.
Depends on the
You
day.
keep nudging him. You keep nudging him.
Well, it really got him because there was a badge available, and he was like, "Ooh, good looking."
Okay.
You know he loves his badges. You know he loves his.
Not even the fishing, the boats. That didn't
No,
pique his interest.
no, nope, that did not. Oh, let's see her. That's where he lives now. Yep, doesn't look like it's in the game. So speaking of boats, fishing is coming, and I mean, last week we did talk about it. Last week we did talk about it
Yeah,
on
we
the
all called it. We all
show.
called it. We all called it for Genesis week, though, man. They came early.
Yeah. Oh, I think it was just to prove us wrong.
I think so.
I think it was just to prove us wrong. But yeah, they announced boats, and they talked about troves attached to the fishing. So I'm very intrigued on fishing, and will there be an Upland fishing league where they have contests to go fishing, like player sponsored contests to go, or Upland fishing league, and this week they're fishing here and next week they're fishing there, and you need the different style boats.
Yeah, I said that the other night on my show too. I said,
Oh.
I'm like, somebody's got to do a fishing derby, do a fishing like the Upland Bassmasters. Come on, we got to do that.
Right.
Somebody's got to do. I don't want to do it, but somebody needs to.
Yeah, they got the
only thing I see would be hard with that is because based on the announcements, they said you have to go off a certain marina. So you would need a marina situation in every city, depending on where that league is.
Right.
So that's going to be a little twist in there. You need to have a certain marina that go from San Francisco, a certain marina that come off of Florida. So that's going to be kind of hard, depending on.
But that's no different than you need a specific car to race. Just saying.
Sure. Be interesting. It could be done, definitely.
It'd be hard, but it'd be fun.
I would join. I would definitely join. We fish in Ohio. Is that right, Jim?
Absolutely.
Hey, I grew up in Ohio. I know all about it.
So,
Zach, you fishing? Or you just...
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to get a boat. I'll get as many boats as I can. And I will go fishing as often as I can. I don't like killing things, but we are going to be fishing for troves. So yeah, you bet I'm in.
She's got to take care of all those uppies she's got. They're gonna need troves to survive. So
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, stupid. Too stupid.
Oh. I was hoping I saw that they had a boot in there, and I was hoping that we get a tire, an old tire thrown in there. I was trying to think of the other things to go along with the boot for the troves.
Oh yeah, you got to be able to pull up a car bumper,
right?
Something interesting I saw in general chat was it was either X1 or Squall, but they said that there's like every single trove is going to have, I forget what term they used, but sort of like an endpoint or a some place where the trove is designed to go and be traded. So every single one. So because somebody was saying, oh, it was Zany Gumballs. Zany Gumballs was saying it would be cool if we were fishing and we got the old boot, if we could go pawn it at the pawn shop. And X1 said that like that's really not so far-fetched because yes, every single trove is going to have service structures or something where it can go and be traded. So that was really interesting.
Yeah, I actually saw that remark too. So I was pretty excited about that. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Do you remember the terminology?
I don't know off the top of my head. I was just thinking, I was trying to think of it while you were talking about it, but I don't remember exactly what they said.
That's going to give a lot of value to the boats and fishing to be able to get those rare troves. to merge them to whatever we need with the server structure. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
in. Hopefully I can get. I just want a little $50 boat. I don't need the yacht. I don't need y'all OGs for the yachts. I just need something to get off the water.
So will your boats run on Sparklet then? Do you have to fill them up in the marina with Sparklet?
Unspecified.
That's a good question
That's
because
a-
that is unspecified.
Yeah, I would say yeah. How if we're not using gasoline, they need sparkler. I would say yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
then
unless it has a sail.
Yeah, it is.
And I didn't see any sailboats on this one.
Nope.
Nope, none. You have wind in Upland? There's wind? What?
That's coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say they've teased weather for a long time.
Oh, that's right. When are we
Yeah.
supposed to get weather?
Yeah, they've teased it for a while now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then that one year that they did natural
They've been
disasters.
seizing boats for a long time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that one season they teased the natural disasters for their April Fools. That got a bunch of people bent. They were rage quitting. I quit. No, they're not destroying what I built.
I remember that.
Yeah. And it would usually get Dizzy. Dizzy would usually get spun up the most with all of them. He would get spun up the most out of him.
I can see that.
And you'd have to
I
walk
haven't
him
seen
up.
too many people been raging about the latest
No.
announcements. Not too many rage bending members in the Upland community thus far. A lot of communication, a lot of talking I see so far in certain communities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think people are really excited about the direction Upland is going for the most part.
Now they did say that, okay, so we got the boats, we got the service structures and all that, but when will you be able to fish? Will it be Genesis week that we can fish?
That would make a lot of sense to me.
Makes sense.
Genesis
Yeah.
season. Genesis
The
season.
only thing they specified is 2026.
Right.
They did specify this year. But
Yep.
Genesis week makes a lot of sense for the Genesis city.
Yep.
Genesis fishing in Genesis boats in the Genesis city for Genesis week.
I think we broke the code.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say Shaq done tied all that together. Perfect.
We break codes on this show. We break codes.
Absolutely. So everybody trying for a boat.
Yeah, everyone make sure you register today because tomorrow's the big day.
There's a lot more of them than I thought there was going to be.
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
think
try.
there's going to be that many.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I got it from I don't know, unless I just wasn't paying attention, but I got out of the announcement. It wasn't going to be a full release, but it looks like it is. Unless there's way more than what's going to be there.
So I have a question about this announcement, right? And they made the announcement for this boat sale that we will get a marina as well. So does that mean moving forward, the marinas won't be attached to this sale? So would this be the most opportune time to try to get one now because you're getting 2 for 1?
You're getting a marina property. You're not just getting you're getting a property,
thanks.
a San Francisco marina property, which is I think is well worth the price that they're asking.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha, Swirly.
Just for the $50 buck.
Yeah, no, it's for the skiff. The skiff is one skiff and one San Francisco marina property. The speedboat bundle is a speedboat and one San Francisco marina property. And then the pilot houseboat, once again, one pilot house and one San Francisco marina property. Now, the pilot houseboat has the higher chance of winning the coveted fishing yacht, which is giving you the giving you the ability to go to deep ocean travel, and it gives you the access to access the most unique and hard to find fish troves in Upland. So I'm interested to see, right now the fishing yacht, it's, you got to pull it. You got to get lucky and you got to pull it. But how many are they going to release? Or when they do release it, what's the price on it? Because, it's going to give you the biggest access. So it's probably going to be your bigger dollar point entry point when they're actually released for sale.
Mm-hmm. Did they even say how many they were releasing for the sale?
Didn't they say that there was a chance that you could pull, that they were going to, you had a chance to pull one of the large yachts?
Yes.
In that full bundle, in the large bundle sale, right?
So the skiff bundle, no chance. Speedboat bundle and pilot house, but so the $100 and $150 bundles, there's the $100 bundle, you have the small chance, and the and all it says for the pilot house is you have a larger chance.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Well, this is the only thing I'm going for it, right? Because I feel like we're not going to get a marina property in any other sale. I just feel like the way they positioned it, like you're going to get a boat and marina now. It's not in the location I would like it to be because it's San Fran. I'm not over there, but I can't pass up that property if I get an opportunity rather.
Right.
Just can't.
And you have.
So here's my question. I have a question about this. So I only because I'm curious about it, because they did say that the marinas would be a saleable property, just like a property is, right? So if you got a boat and you got a marina and you sold the marina, does that mean the boat goes with it, or does that mean you keep the boat and it just doesn't have a place to dock?
Yeah, great question.
Ooh.
So that's what I was wondering, because I was unsure about that, because they absolutely said that the marina would be a saleable property.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And you need a marina to dock the boat.
To dock the boat, right? So so I'm curious about that. Or obviously boats are probably going to be sellable as well. If I go buy a secondhand boat, does it just sit in limbo until I have until I go buy a marina to put it on? I don't know. I don't understand that part.
Or maybe you can't even buy one unless you have a marina prepared. I don't know. Or it could be a legit, or you could use that as a legit.
Yeah. But I can own an airplane without an airport. I just can't fly it technically, right?
Where does it park? If you buy an airplane, what do you do with it?
You can park it anywhere. I can park it on any property I want.
You just can't. Well,
I just
none
can't
of them fly.
Right.
None of them fly.
Well, none of them fly, but you see my point.
Yeah. You can't park a boat on any property. It'll tilt over.
Right. So that's weird.
But in my mind, if you own a marina property, it's not owning a marina dock, you're owning a marina property. So I think it would I would hope that they expand it to, you have a marina and you're able to have multiple people dock at your property for some sort of fee at some point in time.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, it said that the marina property is tradable just like any other property in the game. It also said that if you own more than one marina, you can move your boats around between marinas. So the boat that you get is not explicitly attached to that property. Right. So there are a lot of questions surrounding, you buy a boat and the property comes with it, but at that point you then own a boat and a property.
Right.
Right. So
what happens to the boat when you sell the property? Does it just stay out in the water and float around, or what happens with it?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. I have the same question.
That is. I think it will limit.
Elijah Judah says airplane has to be parked at a hangar.
Oh, no kidding. Okay. All right.
So then that probably the boat would follow that sort of plan.
So if an airplane has to be bought at a hangar, or has to be parked at a hangar, but I can go buy an airplane on secondary right now. What
Wow.
happened to it, and where do I put it?
Elijah Judah, do you know the answer?
Elijah, you're on the clock. A lot of questions need to be answered.
And if you win the yacht, or any player who receive a fishing yacht will get an additional marina capable of housing the larger vessels. So you're going to get a larger marina property with the yacht.
Mhm.
So,
Ah,
and it's a lot cheaper than an airport.
The question is, how many people on this panel is trying to go for that fishing yacht? I'm not going for it.
I
I'll
am.
let y'all OG. I can't do it, Shaq. I can't do it. Good luck. Good luck, both of y'all. Good luck, honestly.
Thank you, Coach.
So we can
Thank
brag
you.
next week.
Appreciate it.
We can brag next week. We can brag. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I can promise you I will not get one. I am not that lucky when it comes to this stuff.
Oh, definitely not.
We don't come
lucky to
back
get
next week
that.
and you don't have one and make everyone jealous.
Let's put it this way. I'm coming up on 5 years in this game. Okay. I have never, except for one time for a Block Explorer, I have never been in line to purchase something from the Upland store. Ever.
That
Not
is insane.
Wow.
Ever?
In 5 years. Not
That
one
is
time.
insane.
I got in line for a Block Explorer sale once and was like 121st in line. That's the closest I've ever been to anything, and I was actually able to purchase that one time. But
Wow.
that's it. I've never been in. Car sales, nothing. I've never been in line for one.
I got a surprise for you, man, Chef. You're around some greatness right now. You're around two C heads. We're gonna shake some of our C head powers to you. You about to get
Rock on.
some good great lines. Yeah, Shaq got you. Ain't that right, Shaq? We're gonna spread some seeds around them. Some seed dust. You got this. Let's go.
Well, I appreciate that.
Now, something to think about too with the boats coming out. Back in the Manhattan launch, people were going around buying up the piers because they thought the piers were going to be were going to be, a collection. And they were even hyping boats all the way back in the Manhattan launch. Now,
Mhm.
people bought up the piers. There's 2 FSA piers that are not for sale. They're locked, so it's not like you can go purchase those. But then if you go right across the river into Queens, you have all the piers are not. Those properties were not sold. Or I mean, you go across Brooklyn, right across the river's Brooklyn. They have piers there and they have marinas, and none of those were released with the Brooklyn launch.
They're preparing for something, right? Because even on the band site a week or 2 weeks ago, they minted shipyards, and they haven't announced those yet. I don't know if y'all remember that. They announced shipyards, so they're preparing for something. They're definitely preparing for something.
So that will be interesting. The people that scored the pier properties, definitely in Manhattan, they definitely, I think, made out now that the boats came to fruition all these years later. So with the troves, this is going to be interesting. They haven't told us. We find out. We have to find out how you're going to power your boats, or is it going to start? Is it going to start out like cars where you could just drive them however far you wanted for however long you wanted, or are they just gonna hit you right out the gate that, hey, it takes some Sparklet to recharge it.
I think they
This is
might
the
let
thing.
us just sail them around for a while. But
They
I could be
should
wrong.
because if you don't charge your boat all the way and you go out there in the mid deep ocean, you don't run out of sparkling juice. You'll be stuck. So they got to figure something out, because
Right.
you can have charged cars now, unless they force us to charge it all the way up. But you could go deep and don't have enough juice to come back.
True.
And then what happens?
Yeah, you just lose it'd be lost at sea. If you lost at sea, I'll be mad. I'll be pissed. Oh my God.
That's what I was thinking, man. That would piss me right off.
Oh, I would be pissed. That would make me quit the game right there.
Yeah,
Just
probably.
in the middle of I'll be done. I'll be done. So Upland, do not do that to us, right? I will definitely quit if I get stuck out there with a boat.
Well, it's just like your cars that won't let you travel farther than your charge. So
Mhm.
New Tokyo.
New-
Called
Bodum.
Y'all have to call us.
why not? Why not? Let's get some Bodum, Totem. Ooh, you almost got me there, JT.
It is interesting that to see what Upland is doing, they're tying everything from the past and in the present and in the future to trolls. It's really starting to make sense how they're using it, connecting. So the future is great, I believe. For the ones that's playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. So
All right. What else? Service structures. 32 is service structures 32. 8 months of these service structures.
y'all calling it 8 months?
8 months.
Wow.
8 months.
3 a week. Yep.
And then
Whew.
I was excited when I saw the titles. I wasn't impressed with the large sports bar layout. And then the Try Harder gym and the bike shop. I'm not high on them this week.
Eh,
They're not my favorites either, but I
Me
bought
neither.
them all just the same.
me too.
Yeah, you know what I think they're focusing on? I think they're focused on the details inside. If y'all looked in that sports bar on the big screen, it's soccer.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
that's the best part of
Oh,
it.
neat.
Like the details inside. Like the outside is blah, but I guess they're getting prepared for the POV, view. So, but if you look inside on them, they're awesome. I like the very detailed inside more now.
Well, that's really cool. I
They
haven't
even
looked
got liquor
inside yet.
bottles at the bar. If you really pay attention, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Look inside of them.
Yeah.
So go buy them. Too stupid. All three of them just for the details.
My daughter has braces, so the orthodontist.
Be like Wolf. Be like Wolf. Be like Wolf. He'll be proud of you. You know he would. If you came on the show and said, I bought all three of them, he'll be proud of you, man.
Yeah. Oh, did I get the modern? I'd stopped tracking what I bought and what I didn't buy, so now I'm irritated that I'm like, what do I have? What don't I have?
That's a new menu we need. We need to be able to really see.
No, you know what I think the next
I
menu
think the
should
only
be?
time it comes up is when we try to build something, I believe.
Right. That you're right. I agree with that. We need a menu to show what blueprints we own.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
because you got to go and
Yeah.
click on a property, click on
Mhm.
build. It takes too long to say what blueprints do I have.
And you have to have
Mhm.
the spark to be able to start it available
Mhm.
and not tied up somewhere. To start it just so you can see what the blueprints are.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think it's time for them to even bring in the playground in game. Going to two websites, back and forth, trying to see if it fits your property. It's time. Bring the UGC playground in game.
Oh yeah.
Somehow a tab you can click on and you can use it.
Yeah, just like a toggle switch or something.
But you,
Man, it's been a while since I clicked around Manhattan. They still need better buildings for Manhattan. Still need better buildings, in my opinion. Oh, all right. What else do we have for this week?
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you all notice when you bought your blueprints that the
color palette.
scheme? Yes. And to me, it looks like they're trying to do Easter colors, like, because if the construction hub and the store revamp come in blossom season, then maybe there's a new color scheme that will look really cool with the Easter map assets.
Hmm.
Here, I have a thing I made. Let me share my screen.
I saw it on the Creedmoor server. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Now, has anybody tried to build a house since they bought it for 1UpX and see if the new color palette's there?
It is not.
No, it's not there. But what would happen, in my opinion, is it would, it wouldn't go live until the construction hub goes live, and then
Right.
And the store, right? And then so in the construction hub, maybe there's going to be a new set of colors.
Yeah.
So here I put the Upland's Easter map assets from last year. Lined up with these.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. So maybe the color scheme in the 1UpX blueprint sale was itself an Easter egg.
Because when I opened them, I was like, hey, wait, I don't have those colors to choose for these things.
Right?
I'm like, what is this? Like, what is this?
Swarley makes a really good, valid point, which is that the sizes in the playground are often different than the footprints in the actual game. So it's not actually reliable.
Yeah, that is a good point, Swirly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Ooh.
They got to do better. Do better, Upland.
Ooh, one of Upland's potential April Fool's jokes is your boats could sink for some reason. You could run it, you could run it aground and sink your boat, and then you're going to have car crashes on the street. So you ruin, and then it takes damage. Yeah.
Hit a rock. I hit an iceberg.
Oh, geez.
I don't know, man. They haven't had another good April Fool's joke since the weathers and the natural disasters.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
No,
that was
Bermuda
the best
was
one.
good. Bermuda was good.
Was
they
the
got
best, I think. Bermuda
Yeah.
was
You think
really
Bermuda
good.
was the best?
Oh yeah,
I do.
I went.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went too, but I didn't think it was real. I just thought at some point in time I was gonna disappear in the Bermuda Triangle and land back from my originating airport.
I was a true believer. I completely believed in Bermuda, but I remember seeing some people that didn't, and they were very outspoken about it. So we were all out there being outspoken, and we all knew that we were right no matter what side we were on. And so to me, that was a really, really good prank.
Yeah. For people like me that thought it was April Fool's, yeah, that was a real good prank. And I know that day before, when we had the show before it, after they announced it, Thank Me Later was like, oh yeah, this is April Fool's too. It just lines up perfectly. And by the end of the show, he was convinced. And then the next morning, when you could get on the internet, you could get on the flight to go to Bermuda, Dizzy texts, he's like, I'm on a plane. I go, yep, I'm on a plane too, waiting to disappear in the Bermuda Triangle. And then Thank Me Later is like, you're messing with, like, he's like rage baiting on us because he can't get on a flight. And then he realized that he needed to go to the international terminal, and then he found his flight there. And then when we were able to mint, he was like, see, told you.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was.
Ah, Tid.
That would be awesome, Michael. Capture ships and Sparklet Wars.
That would be yeah.
And we can use
The
ships as aircraft
possibilities.
carriers.
A flight of pirate ships. Someone said pirate. I think it was Dog. He said pirate ships. You think
Yeah.
they'll let us start making our own fishing boats? You think so?
Yeah, as soon as we're done
Did you
making
see fishing boats
A long time from now.
or the map assets or the rest of our back assets?
Yeah. Now that's where Thank Me Later got mad too, because he wasn't able to mint a property, and I got I got like 1 or 2 properties. He's like, you didn't even think it was real. I'm like, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. What they gonna do with Bermuda?
What are they going to do with any city? It was released. It's fully released now. And yeah, I don't think you're going to have boats like car racing, just because at least initially, because it sounds like you're going to pick a spot and then your boat's going to go there, and then you engage the fishing aspect to it. And so
Yeah, Upland has shown, like right there on, Upland has shown us in their literature that what it's going to look like, and it's going to be on the regular Upland Layer 1 map that we all see. So totally different than car racing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more like when you see a car traveling across, like if you take a car from a city to a city, you'll see the dotted line. And I picture that kind of the same thing about boats. You pick your weight, you pick your point, and then you're going to see the boat travel with the little dotted line to the point that you're fishing at. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the store, they're going to have enhancements for your boat. So you can buy radar, and then you can buy the super radar, and you can do the super duper radar. So, and it goes farther and farther, and it tracks and then you'll have your little screens of fish that come by, or your troves that come by.
That would be so cool.
No, it's just another way to take money from us. Not so cool.
Listen, we got bait. We got different fishing rods. We got different bait. It's gonna be a lot.
And you have to buy lifeboats, or else if you don't buy lifeboats and you're out there at sea, you could lose a level 11 uppie overboard.
Oh, that would be bad.
George Washington went down.
Right?
Hey, why are you doing that to Mass's family?
Oh, sorry, Mass.
It's okay. I didn't really know him that well, so it's fine.
I can see enhancements to boats, just like you have. As long as they have UPEX options and US dollar options, but I can see them do the enhancements. It's your different grade of fishing poles will give you different success. Your standard, your super duper special one will be US dollar, and then you have some normal ones and some special ones that are UPEX. As long as you balance it out, it gets your freemium players playing, and then if there's something cool that they want, they will spend their US dollars. But I think they're moving that way. I got my fingers crossed with the store. I think that's the way that they're headed, is more UPEX US dollar splits on things. So I can even see them having fun with, as you guys said, bait, rods, sonar, upgrades to your motor to travel faster. I don't know.
I need a bait store.
Yeah. Baits.
Then you can have bait stores.
I'm gonna open a bait store right next to the marina.
Don't give them no ideas, Chef. Don't give them no ideas. Please, don't. We was all complaining about. Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna say bait stores next week. Service structure here incoming.
Yep.
You heard.
Y'all remember when we used remember we were talking about we need more stuff to do? Now we got too much stuff. Farming coming next. Remember, so it's still they adding layers.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wouldn't say too much yet.
That's it.
There's a lot to do.
I agree.
I mean, honestly, first of all, and I've said this before, don't try to do everything. If you're a new player, don't try to do everything. Pick something you like to do and stick with it for a little while, and then, get good at it and then pick something else. Or, work your way up to everything, I guess is what I'm saying. It's just too difficult to do everything. You'll spend too much.
This is probably the only time I would tell you, don't do what the OGs do what they say. In real life, you say, don't do what I do what I say. But right now, it's like, listen, we want to try some stuff out. Like, I know what I'm able to try. This is not good for a new player. So you got to, unless you understand, you might not finish this. You just tested it out to see where you at in this world, but you can't do everything. You can't build everywhere. You can't just do everything. Upland is evolving. If you do, you're going to pay. That's when it's really going to get costly. Definitely.
I know of some players that are very concerned about the troves system because they're afraid that it's going to be basically kind of like a mandatory game loop. And of course you don't have to, but that if you don't do it, that you will lose your earnings, you'll lose your status in a way. And I mean, it's an interesting perspective, and I'm hoping that that's not the case.
Right.
I'm hoping that we can still all choose our lane and be good with the advice that you don't have to do everything, because some people are concerned the troves is going to be something where you have to grind for hours per day or else fall behind.
Oh yeah, that'll be bad. I'm just saying that'll be bad because I'm not that person.
No.
Right, me either.
I am not that person.
And that would crack like somebody like Thank Me Later who grinds stuff out. That would be right up his alley of, having troves and collecting the rarest type things. But one, I don't have the time to, not my interest. I was interested that this is Monopoly on a blockchain.
Yep. Same here.
And building it out. I like building it out. I like the SimCity. It's like SimCity and Monopoly got together and it's on the blockchain, cool. The residents and stuff, that's kind of sim stylish, which is cool too. But, it's.
You got to be able to pick and choose. You got to be able to pick and choose. I don't want to be forced into doing something that I don't enjoy. If I enjoy doing it, I'll do it on my own. I don't need to be forced to do it. If I enjoy doing it. If I don't enjoy doing it, though, I don't want to be forced to do it.
Yeah. I mean, it was like the Sims Online. You had all the different things you could do with your sim. Some people sat there and they grind reading books. Other people worked out, to build those attributes in their sim, but they weren't penalized for not doing other things in the game. Some people they built a little shack to live in and always hung out at other people's houses in the game. So you weren't penalized for not doing something. And I agree, Shaq. I'm right there with the other people with concerns. I don't want that to be, the make or break to keep your earnings or to progress in the game.
Right. I hope it's not. I agree.
I hope it's not either.
I hope it's not.
I'm having a hard enough time
I
trying to figure out. I'm having a hard enough time trying to figure out how to not exterminate my uppies from my properties. I mean, little guys just freaking run around all over the place and can't figure out where they want to live and just stay there.
Yeah.
And I'm still,
And
I am still very confused about the influence score.
Like my residency
struggling with
scoring like
influence.
this, and my influence scores going like they're going in
Yep.
opposite directions. I'm
Mhm.
like, why?
Yep. Every time I finish something, I think, well, maybe today it's going to go up a little, and it just keeps going down.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Down, down, down. Today's the first
So.
day since today was the first day since the season started that I didn't go down. I made a single point today.
Oh, wow.
What did you do?
I didn't do
Wow.
anything.
There's the key. There's the key.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. I finished the bus terminal 2 days ago. I don't know if that did it. I couldn't tell you one way or the other. I don't even know. I have no idea how it works. I have no idea what influences the influence score. But clearly it's not the stuff that I'm doing.
I'm down almost 200 points.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to get that recovered somehow.
Shaq, where are you building at? Are you just building in Creedmoor?
No, I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place.
And it says the main way to increase it is by building service structures, though any actions that attract residents without direct personal gain can help. So if you're building in different, I don't get it. I'm building in different neighborhoods. I'm completing service structures, but I'm still going down.
Yep.
I will ask you one question. Realize what I go get. Which neighborhoods are you building in, though? Just think about that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm up in my influence score is because of the neighborhoods I'm building service structures in. They have less influence. They have less uppies. So if you're building in a neighborhood like Hyde Park, you're splitting that influence up between all those uplanders. But if you go somewhere that's no one building, all the influence is going to you. I'm gonna leave that with you. Make sure y'all come back to the next week's show. I'll give y'all some more tips.
Okay, let me say a little something about that, though, Coach. Well, you're right. You're right, but it's a little more complex than that. I've built a few things in Singapore, and that is a net result of 0 because there is nothing to influence there. And so
I guess I was lucky. I started off with 385. I'm at 415 right now. Influence.
Good for you. That's
awesome. Yeah, good for you.
You're doing great.
Yeah, you've obviously figured something out.
Yeah.
So I guess from what Coach is saying and what Shaq's saying is you got to find a undeveloped neighborhood maybe close to a neighborhood that has a larger following of uppies and try to suck them across the border with your service structures.
You need to do something that I'm not doing.
Target a neighboring
something I'm not doing also.
Yeah.
And I'm doing that. I'm building service structures in places that are very low on the uppy population. And that doesn't seem to matter in my particular instance. Literally, it doesn't matter. And I started out the season with an influence score. Now I'm a low guy on the totem pole here. I started out with an influence score of 99 at the beginning of the season, and I'm down to 84 now. And I've opened a library. I've opened a library, a shopping, a store. A grocery store, library, a grocery store, 2 bus stops, and at least 2 shops in the last 4 weeks. And I've lost 12 points, 13 points.
Question. Do you ever click on your influence score and see where your influence is? And where are you losing your influence at? I get it, but since you're putting influence somewhere, where are you losing the influence at? Is it from your community?
Yeah.
Or so your home community, that's where you're losing your influence from? So you're not building there at all?
I'm building some there. Yeah. I've like I said, the library that I built was there. The
Mhm.
grocery store that I built was there. I've built a couple of shops in other neighborhoods, just little things
Gotcha.
here and there. I've built bus stops in other neighborhoods, just little things here and
Mhm.
there. So yeah, I just don't. I just don't get it. I don't understand how it works,
Yeah.
and I'm clearly not doing it right.
Same
We
here.
all don't know how it works. I was just asking. I wasn't trying to put you on the hot seat,
Yeah,
my
no,
friend. I
no,
was
no,
just
no. You're
curious.
good, bro.
That's
You're
the way
good.
I was thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I was like, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing it. Nah, I was just trying to see. Yeah, that's
yeah, yeah.
wow. Yeah, it's one of those big Upland mysteries right now.
Mhm. Well, unfortunately, it's one of those big Upland mysteries that cost me a badge last month because I wasn't able to increase. I'm not kidding you. At the snapshot, I was exactly the same at the beginning snapshot as I was at the end snapshot.
Mm.
Exactly the same. Not one exactly the same on both population and influence because I could not push either one of them up one freaking point over the entire season. I lost 10 points on both. I lost almost 20 in population but at the beginning of the season, and then by the end of the season I was
Hmm.
back up to where I started, which just really irritated me because
Yeah,
I
that's
got
You should have
all the
just
way back up to the exact number literally at the
yeah.
snapshot, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. Now I've
I would
done
have bought a search for
yeah, I have been trying to get my completionist badge for 5 seasons now, and I have missed it by one stupid freaking event every season. And some of it was my fault. I get it. Some of it, I didn't read the instructions well enough or something like that. But the whole influence thing, that got me so mad.
Mhm.
I was steaming at that when I was at the exact same score at the beginning of the season as I was at the end. I'm like,
oh
you got to
yeah,
be kidding me.
Mhm.
right.
And I was like, oh, I got all my things done. I got everything. I was good to go. And then, yep, nope, never mind. Just kidding.
Huh.
I think I got mine by finally buying like a property with a bus stop on it, like right before the next stop shot.
Okay.
So
Okay.
All right.
Well,
So,
it's sure frustrating and bewildering.
yeah.
Well,
John, that's what I'm doing right now. John Fitzwell says build a bunch of bus stops, info kiosks, and newspaper stands and spread them out. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I've got bus stops and newspaper stands started all over the place, and I don't even care what. If I have a property there, I'm putting a newsstand on it. I don't even care where it's at. I don't care what's in the neighborhood. I'm just throwing shit up now at this point because I don't know what else to do.
throw it at the wall and see what sticks.
Right.
That's something I'm going to try out. I'm going to look at
yeah.
some neighborhoods that have high influence, and if I got properties around that neighborhood, to start like putting some service structures just in the neighborhood next to it.
Hmm. I mean, if you look at it, that's what, for the most part, I've been listening how what LA is doing. Their LA has a lot of structures overall in certain areas, in certain neighborhoods. If they don't have a high school, the next neighborhood has it, and that's why so many uppies in LA in general, and they're just finding places to stay. That's a key component to this uppie game. Like your city or whatever location it is, you need to attract them to that city. Then they'll find somewhere to live.
Hmm. We'll keep working it until we have it figured out, until somebody, and then as soon as we crack the secret, Upland will change it. So
Yep, they'll have something different for
Yeah.
us to mess with.
Hmm.
yes. Uh, all right. I think we've covered everything for the week, unless we got something else to talk.
I'm good.
All right. Awesome show. Thanks everyone for hanging out tonight, and everybody be safe, have fun, and we will see you next week.